Well, a very good day to you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Candy Talk here on Herman Manyora's YouTube channel. My name is Evans Okinyi, and I'm glad that you are here with us on this special episode of Kenya's most comprehensive political and public governance analysis show. My name is Evans Okinyi. I'm here with my resident guest, Wakili Willie Sotieno, who is a constitutional lawyer, as well as the deputy party leader of Sabina Party. Wakili, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm okay.
Yes.
How was your weekend?
Weekend was okay.
I saw you at Machakos attending the governor's, of course.
Yes, we must support our young people
Uh-huh.
in their talent development. And that was a county event in which they were fitting young sportsmen.
Okay.
And there were games, both men and women, football games. And so I attended the finals just to see the talent, soccer talent in Machakos County. It was a good event. Yes.
Present there was also the Wiper Party leader, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. Some people may interpret it to mean that perhaps...
No. That was, I'm attending there. You know, I'm not competing against Kalonzo. Politically, we are not in competition. We are competing against William Ruto.
Okay.
That's the one we cannot share
But
platform.
for sure, Kalonzo Musyoka is going to be on the ballot.
He's not competing us, he's competing William Ruto. So we are all in the opposition.
You're all in the opposition,
Yes,
but then
so we are not competing against
if things
each other.
go this way, then we expect all of you to be at the ballot paper at the very
Yes,
last.
but we are not competing against each other. The person to be removed from the chair is Kasongo, who is causing pain. Between us and Kalonzo, the conversation will be very simple. Who has the plan to revive the economy? Who can clear the mess and clean the mess of Kasongo? And the people of Kenya will have an opportunity to decide who that person is. Yes. So, sharing a platform with Kalonzo, I mean, Kalonzo is a political leader in this country, and so far, I can't blame him for the pain the Kenyan people are going through, but I can blame Kasongo.
Okay. Either for ruling out or ruling in the possibility of you or your party leader working with Kalonzo Musyoka throughout this.
I cannot rule out because there's no discussion on that. There's never been any discussion about that. But what is common ground is we are both on the opposite side of Kasongo.
So you're on the same side of the Kanini.
Opposite side of Kasongo. Yes, we're on the same side.
And that is what is most important
That's
to you
the
right
most
now.
important thing. Yes.
I also saw Wavinya and the governor there introduce him as the sixth.
Of course, she's a Wiper member, I'm a Sabina member, and she's well within her rights to support a presidential candidate. That's even their party leader.
Okay.
Just in similar fashion, it is equally okay of me to propagate Jimmy Wanjigi the sixth as my party leader and my president incoming.
Okay.
Yes.
So according to you, it's Jimmy Wanjigi the sixth.
Jimmy Wanjigi the sixth, and the Kenyan people will have an opportunity to make that determination.
We're waiting to see, and all the best to you, Wakili. I want us to have this conversation. It seems like things have changed all of a sudden. And the hustler narrative kind of stuff that we witnessed before the elections has changed into something else different. At this particular time and round, the president is like he's playing tunes to the dynasties, those whom he actually posed back then and tried to portray as anti-people. Right now, you've seen he's reached out to, of course, former Prime Minister Raila Odinga, and of course, recently, of course, the fourth president of this country, Uhuru Kenyatta, paid him a courtesy call at his home in Ichaweri. All these political developments we are seeing here, and Kenyans are actually wondering, what is it that has changed all of a sudden that now it's now him going for the dynasties and letting the common man, the so-called hustlers, on their own at this particular moment, crying?
William Ruto has failed and is trying to look for the mojo of leadership.
Hi, my name is Eileen Akal, and I'm the head of training at Center for Innovative Technology Limited, SciTech. If you finish your Form 4 and you would like to enter into an engineering field, architectural field, or any related field, please come to SciTech. We will train you how to be industry ready. We will also train you how to make engineering drawings. We will train you how to draw using the software.
I did my degree in China for 4 years. After I finish my degree, I come back to my country, Kenya. But the knowledge I find in SciTech, it's much better than the 4 years I spent in China.
We can empower a lot of young people in Kenya to gain gainful employment. And I want to speak to parents out there. If you have a child who's just done fourth form, between the time they They do their exams, and the time they enter tertiary education, there are so many months there they waste. Bring them here. In those short months, they will gain skills that they can use to advance their careers, to start their own even private companies. They can find work online, and when they go to university, they'll be so way ahead of their peers.
Welcome to SciTech.
The things you can get it from Uhuru Kenyatta or Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga post Gen Z has carried him this far. It has not given him any public goodwill. The people are still where they were on 25th of June. William Ruto must go. That is where the people are. So maybe he thought by going to get to Uhuru Kenyatta, he may get an extra mileage in terms of getting public goodwill. He will not. In fact, as one young man from Central Kenya put it, he can even go and get Jomo Kenyatta plus Dedan Kimathi, and they will not go back to him. He doesn't understand that the people have rejected him, and they've rejected him purely because of his incompetence, his inability to manage this economy. He has led us to an economic abyss. There's more pain today than there was yesterday, and there'll be more pain tomorrow than there is today. All his economic policies have failed, and to crown it all, lies like Ananias. There's nothing that comes out of that man's mouth that you can believe. That is who he is. So even if you go to Raila Odinga, even if you go to Uhuru Kenyatta, how does that change the forte of the people of Kenya? People are not complaining that William Ruto's government is not inclusive, or that Uhuru Kenyatta or Raila Odinga is not part of it. No, that is not the problem. The problem of the people of Kenya is that you've mismanaged our economy. Your policies are causing us more pain. Every single day you're in office, we are feeling more and more pain. Our young people are losing jobs, those who are in jobs. Many of them cannot even access jobs. Our young people cannot get university education, those who qualify, because you come up with a very mediocre funding model. Our people are dying in hospitals because shift share is not working for them. Our people, young people, the promise of the future, you've killed over 60 of them with no accountability. You are forcefully abducting our young people. You are disappearing them. I mean, those problems have nothing to do with Uhuru Kenyatta, have nothing to do with Raila Odinga. You are taking odious debt, money you are taking illegally in the name of the people of Kenya, forcing them to pay. Debt is taxed in advance. And we can't see any project that you're doing using that money. We can't see any change in our lives. All we are seeing is you keep coming to raise our taxes, raid our pockets, pockets which are empty. So you can get Uhuru Kenyatta, you can get Dedan Kimathi, you can get Jomo Kenyatta, and still you will not get the traction of the people of Kenya. It is his policies which is a problem. And the dynasties can go and own him. And remember I told you about the pyramid. Those dynasties are at the top. They are not feeling the pain that 60%, we say even 90% of Kenyans are feeling. Because now even the middle class are feeling the squeeze. It's now Christmas season. What is jolly about this Christmas? It's bleak. It's very bleak. No one is looking forward to Christmas. We are going to celebrate Christmas, the birth of Christ, while we are mourning, when we should be celebrating. There's nothing to celebrate about. It's because of his failed economic policies. So you can take Uhuru Kenyatta. You can take Raila Odinga. You can take whoever he wants. Even Dedan Kimathi can be resurrected. Even Jaramogi can come back. But for as long as the economic pain and the policies of William Ruto are leading to economic pain, the Kenyan people will not board. And it's not just the people of Central. I'm talking of the Kenyan people. William Ruto is facing a lot of opposition in Rift Valley itself. The challenges are not being tribal. They are seeing through it. They are saying, you are causing us pain. We are suffering. Shifsha is not working for us. Our university students are not in school. It's his own people. And it tells you that Kenyans are no longer discussing politics based on tribe. That you have a big man in office from your community, then the entire community is now happy. No, it doesn't serve anybody's interest. This is a different generation. This is the time when we have technology in our hands. We don't wait for the 9 o'clock news to know what happened in Turbo. We know what happens in Turbo 10 minutes after the occurrence. Because on our phone, we get updates, live updates unfiltered. Okay? And that is the new generation that William Ruto is dealing with. He's not dealing with our ancestors, the ones Moi dealt with. Because for Moi, you had to wait for the 9 o'clock news or the next day in the morning to read the newspapers. Nowadays, we read the newspapers on our phones. In fact, newspapers tell us what we already know. It's just for record purposes. But we have it already recorded in our phones. We've watched it, we've analyzed it, we've gotten the raw and filtered data for everything. That is the population that is judging William Ruto. So Kalenjins cannot sit back and say, we are happy because one of our own is in government. So what? You only celebrate one of ours in government when you are seeing the economic policies that is coming up with that are improving on your lot, not causing you pain. You're one of your own who will be in government, but you have this child who has not reported to university and he qualified. You have this patient who is dying. You now have a fresh grave outside your house just because shift share did not work and the person was fully paid in NHIF. You have UHC teachers who worked 6 years without being paid full salary, who don't have gratuity and pension. They're the ones carrying the bulk of our healthcare system. You have JSS teachers whose education now we don't even know what kind of education they're getting. Okay? You have odious debt to pay. You can never predict the price of a product because you say tomorrow in the morning it is this, you go in the afternoon, it has changed. Those are economic policies. Has got nothing to do with your tribesmen.
Okay.
And you say we reject these policies. So Kasongo must go.
You say Kasongo must go. Okay, I know you don't normally like us looking at the all dynamics of politics in this particular country. But then let's have it this way, because I'm looking at the reason as to why President William Ruto reached out to the former Prime Minister Raila Odinga at that particular moment in time, the reasons behind that, and actually what he achieved through that particular thing. And I'm also looking at perhaps the reasons behind now he's reaching out to the first President Uhuru Kenyatta here. Do you think perhaps if we look at the politics of the Mount Kenya region that maybe the mountain is too hostile for him, and he believes that having already disagreed with Rigathi Gachagua, then perhaps at this particular moment in time, reaching out to Uhuru Kenyatta can actually help him gain at least salvage some of the support that is left there. How possible is this thing? Do you think he will actually succeed if he goes that particular direction?
You know, the writing was on the wall on 25th of June. Mene tekel. The mountain left William Ruto. It will never go back.
Okay.
I'm not an expert in mountain politics, but I've studied those people and their voting patterns and how they make up their decisions. They've made up their mind about William Ruto. He has failed. And as I've told you, a young man from Mount Kenya was saying, don't stop at Uhuru Kenyatta. Go for Jomo as well. Even go and resurrect Dedan Kimathi. Let them try to bring you here. We're not bored. They are done with William Ruto and even Uhuru Kenyatta. If he thinks he's going to change the tides in favor of William Ruto, he can try. See, the mountain is here. It's not going anywhere. What I can assure you, the mountain already rejected Uhuru Kenyatta before. They rejected Uhuru Kenyatta before. They left him and they voted opposite him. Now, what makes you think they'll go back to vote for him? It's not possible to listen to him, to take them to William Ruto. No. In Central, it is not leaders who lead people to a direction. It is people who lead leaders to a particular direction that represent their interest. And in this particular interest, in this instance, their interest is an interest that the whole country shares in. Is an economic liberation of the people. The economic pain caused by William Ruto and Kenya Kwanza, the failed regime, is affecting the mountaineers just like it's affecting the Lakesiders, just like it's affecting the Rift Valleyers, just like it's affecting the Coastarians and the Easterners. So our problem today is the same. The failed economic policies of Kasongo. So if Uhuru Kenyatta is going to change the tides with William Ruto when he's out, the one that he started himself, then let them try, we see. But I can assure you, Uhuru goes this way, Mount Kenya will go opposite. If he dares goes to William Ruto. Let him go and put his people in cabinet. It's even better for the people of Kenya if all of them are in one box. Then we have an opportunity to have an honest conversation. If these old politicians that have been in our political space for the last 30 years, same, just shifting jerseys, but they're the same. if they truly represent the national interest and the interest of the people of Kenya, we can deal with them once and for all.
So according to you, Wakili, you believe that Uhuru Kenyatta does not have any, perhaps, influence in this particular region right now at this particular moment in time? He cannot give direction in terms of political issues in central Kenya. Is that
I'm
it?
not saying he does not have any influence. He has influence. But his influence is limited only to the point when he tries to say, support William Ruto. If he dares say that, support Kasongo, I assure you, in fact, he should do it so that we test this thing in practice, not just in theory. Let him just go and put his people in Kasongo's government, then we can see for ourselves if the people will board.
But even before that happens, you're already sure of the outcome.
But you could see the reaction from even the people from the mountain. You saw the people, even the radio presenters and Kameme. You've seen what is happening over the weekend. Yeah, they have said, they're the ones who said, even go and resurrect Dan Kimathi will not come. Don't stop at Uhuru Kenyatta's doorstep. Go ahead and put the Dan Kimathi. We are not boarding. And the problem, people are not agitating. People are not feeling angry because Uhuru Kenyatta is out of government or is not with Kasongo. That's not our problem. The problem is the economy. So how do you solve an economic problem? By bringing a dynasty. How? They are unrelated variables. So you can bring him as much as you want, but the problem remains.
So this idea of getting Raila's strongholds, and of course, once he has Raila on board, then I've seen Joe, now that Joe is here in government, I assume that according to his calculations, he may think that he already has cost.
But that
and
is,
then Raila's
all
back here.
politics.
Actually, and that is why I'm asking here. And then in Mount Kenya region, now that Kindiki is there, perhaps the president is assuming that he's got Mount Kenya East.
Let him continue assuming. I'm telling you, let him continue assuming.
Okay.
It's okay by the way, no problem.
So for the mountain, you're saying it's slippery for him?
Not just the mountain, it is everywhere.
Everywhere.
Even his own Rift Valley backyard is slippery for him. I'm telling you, you are going to be shocked.
Okay.
When you are having demonstrations here, the Gen Z revolution, Eldoret and Kericho had some of the largest numbers never seen in those regions before. Those are his so-called backyards. Now, if he's been rejected by his own backyarders, what do you think of the rest of the country? Kasongo is someone to go. Don't waste time trying to assume that this man will get votes anywhere.
Okay.
In fact, where he sits, I believe, his only interest is to try to get these people, to get him to reach 2027. Know that he doesn't leave early. But going is gone. It's not our problem anymore. Our problem is just the path that is going to be his exit. Are we going to wait until 2027? Or we can exercise our sovereignty now under Article 1? Yeah.
Okay.
But he can organize himself the way he wants. Even Joe was speaking in Taveta, talking down on Kenyans. It didn't take him 12 hours to tone down and show remorse. Yeah. No one listens. There's no Kigogo anymore in this country. There's no Kigogo. There's nobody who can claim that I control this region. That you walk with their votes in your pocket. There's nothing like that. These Kenyans are all walking with their sovereignty in their pockets since 25th of June. Yeah. Until that time that they'll be called to an election, they'll decide which direction they want the leadership to come from. What we have so far are rejected leaders. Okay? So don't analyze politics thinking that, oh, I have Joe, I have Kindiki, I have Uhuru. It's all politics. That was the politics before Gen Z revolution. We've now been we're on a revolution. Even the church, which traditionally kept quiet, supported William Ruto. By the time the Akorinos are also condemning William Ruto's donations. I mean, be serious. She'll tell you something.
So you're saying for him, everything is getting slippery?
Siku ya nyani kufa, miti yote uteleza. Hii ndio siku yake. Imefika.
Till we have this conversation again, have yourself a lovely day. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching and thank you for being part of us. And remember to weigh in and tell us what you think. My name is Evans Okenyi.